Red light is on. They're set. Racing in the Winterbottom. Oscar's Fortune overpass from the inside, the first to leave. Par's going to get it very comfortably though. Overpass from Oscar's Fortune early. Libertad, it lobbed into the box seat. Repossession fourth. They're not going overly fast in the early part. Then Joker's Grin followed by Benedetta. Ray Magnerio had settled back into the field with Rope Them In, and the filly Luana misses last of all. Par's in control of the pace. Overpass the leader. Oscar's Fortune stalks him. Libertad on the rails running third. 3/4 repossession, 600 from home. A length and a half. Joker's Grin coiled up, nowhere to go for the moment. On his outside, Benedetta. Rope Them In going forward, trying to loop the field here as they quicken. Followed by Luana Miss taking off wide. Ray Magnerio looking for the shortest way home. At the top of the straight now, Par gives over past his head. He races away from Oscar's Fortune. Followed further back behind them, repossession. Rope Them In. Libertad's getting up on the inside. Over past the leader. 100 from home. Libertad coming at it. Libertad overpass. Overpass Libertad. Ray Magnerio. They went to it. What a finish. Bobbing finish. Maybe Libertad. Maybe it's Libertad, a nose overpass. Ray Magnerio. Oscar's Fortune. Luana Miss. Joker's Grin. In behind them next of all, Benedetta. Followed home further back in the field when they'd pulled up. Repossession. And it's amongst the last of them home. It looked like it was Libertad. Number 6. For Annabelle and Rob Archibald, I think it has got there. Libertad. Number 6 is the winner. Number 6, Libertad. Jamie Mott has won the Winterbottom Stakes over Overpass. Josh Parr. 4, Ray Magnerio. Third home, Willie Pike. And Rope Them In was fourth in 1:10.38. 1:10.38. And it's a short half head by half a length. What a finish. Libertad. Annabelle, Rob Archibald with their second Group 1 win here in WA, having won the Railway Stakes last year with Port Lockroy. Libertad, the Russian Revolution entire, has delivered a Group 1 Winterbottom, ridden by Jamie Mott. Great finish. A battle royale between Libertad and Overpass with Ray Magnerio in an all interstate trifecta. 34.41 the last 600. Libertad, owned by the Trilogy Syndicate. M. Wood, D. Ricketts. Also PL War G Fielding, Farah Racing, G Snow, Mrs. D, IAVC J Ruffley, the Live in the Dream group, and B Tonkin. And another great Group 1 moment for trainers Annabelle and Rob Archibald. Jamie Mott with his first winner in WA, a Group 1. Second Overpass, the mighty Overpass, goes down bravely. Prepared by Björn Baker, ridden by Josh Parr and Ray Magnerio. The Magnus Gelding from the Victorian yard of Robbie Griffiths and ridden by Willie Pike is third home. It's 6-1-4-5 as we take it to Alana McLean in the yard.
What a performance that was from Libertad, Scotty. We always knew that Overpass was going to roll off the fence at a vital stage, and that just gave Jamie Mott the saloon passage along the inside. What a performance it was. You could see over the concluding stages that it was mapping out to be a two-horse war between Overpass and Libertad, but in the end it was Libertad who was able to get the nod on the line.
It certainly was, and we talked in our preview about who was going to get that cutaway style of run when Overpass runs his way up the track, as he's done every single time he's been to Ascot, and in the end he was beaten by a horse to his inside. The third place getter, Ray Magnerio, hugging the fence up along the inside. Gee, in the end, Libertad, though, you could see with the 200 metre marker, I thought he was going to win by a bit further, so credit where it's due. Overpass did keep kicking under pressure. Unfortunately, history just couldn't quite be rewritten. He couldn't win that elusive third Winterbottom Stakes, but all honours here to Team Archibald. They brought over depth of character last week. He didn't get any luck whatsoever whatsoever in the Railway Stakes. 7 days later, they get one on here in the West to add to Port Lockroy of last year.
That they do. What a training combination they are, the husband and wife duo. Annabelle's just catching up with Jamie Mott, a jockey that we know does it the hard way. He has to work so hard on his weight to keep it in check, and he thoroughly deserves this Group 1 victory combining with the Archibalds. We'll allow Annabelle to get a photo alongside Jamie, and also Liz Laycock, who has done a wonderful job looking after the Team Archibald horses over the last few weeks, and we'll make our way towards Annabelle now. Annabelle, what a performance. Congratulations. Describe what you're feeling now.
Oh, that was just a huge, huge thrill. We weren't in the market. Knew that the favourite was going to be really, really tough to beat. And God, what a great ride by Jamie. Obviously, we got a really nice draw, and the plan was always just to try and follow Overpass with the knowledge he was going to be very hard to run down. But I thought his run in the Champion Sprint was terrific. And just seeing him, I got here on Thursday, and just seeing him, this is the best he's ever paraded. He's tightened up a bit, and yeah, now he'd won a Group 2 and a couple of Group 3s, and we were desperate to get a Group 1 with him. He's still an entire, so happy, particularly for Trilogy, and there's plenty of decent owners in him, and a couple of them have made the trip over, so we'll be having a big one tonight.
3 weeks between runs since that VRC sprint that you've touched upon. What have yourself, Rob and Liz, who's been with the horses here in Perth, done with him since he's been here?
Well, he's a horse, you have to keep the work up to him a bit because he's quite a big gross horse. So he's had a couple of gallops, and he hasn't done much racing actually going this way. So it was good to get him here a bit earlier and give him a few gallops. And I'm just so grateful to, it was a big prize money day at Caulfield today, and I'm just so happy Jamie was happy to give Caulfield up to come over here, and just unbelievable, fantastic job by the whole team. He's one of the stable favourites, and yeah, he's now a Group 1 winner.
Well, let's talk about Jamie. He's a heavyweight jockey. We all know he does it the hard way, but on a big day, he knows how to produce.
Yeah, and he had a little saddle on today, and obviously still a big weight, and his only ride, so I'm sure he might have enjoyed himself on the way over. But we've had a really good association with Jamie. He's ridden a couple of Group 2s and 3s for me, and that's our first Group 1 together. But he's done a bit of travelling for me, so it's just great to be able to repay him with a Group 1.
I tell you what, yourself and Rob love Perth.
We do, and we'll be back every year.
I can't wait. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Annabelle Archibald after the win over Libertad, and here's Jamie Mott with Scotty.
Jamie's just making his way through a lot of well wishes. He's just getting a bit of free feedback too from Bjorn Baker with the Overpass crew that he's just bypassed there. 6, 1, 4 and 5. He's jumping on the scales now, Jamie Mott, as he brings up another Group 1 victory. We'll grab a word with him after the victory of Libertad. Barrier draws can make races, they can break races, but I suppose when you draw barrier number 1 in a race where Overpass is in, he's just getting a free shower too from Sue Grigsby here. That'd be a nice freshen up, and this horse, congratulations.
Yeah, look, he had to go to a new level today, and he was able to do that. Overpass was fantastic in defeat. Probably didn't go as quick as I'd hoped. I sat on his back, and I was quite keen for probably the first 400, and was a little concerned with doing that he mightn't have the finish in him. But when I was able to join Overpass and fight him off like he did, I thought it was a huge performance. And as I said, he's gone to another level, this horse.
And with Overpass's racing pattern, I suppose from a long way out, you were thinking, I'm going to go inside of him.
Well, I hadn't, obviously, I kind of got the feeling that Josh might roll off. And when I was right in the back of him, he did roll off. I was kind of almost forced to go up inside him, and I was going quite good, so I don't think it mattered. But when I joined him and Overpass kept kicking, I wasn't sure if we were going to out-tough him, but credit to Annabelle and Rob. They've done a fantastic job to get him not only back from an injury, but back to the highest level.
Was it an easy decision to come here instead of staying at Caulfield?
Yeah, when Rob and Annabelle ring for me to go and travel for a Group 1, I'm always happy to give it a shot. And this is our first Group 1 together too, so it's quite special. And we've had a good relationship over a few years now, and they're incredible people to ride for, so really pleasing to get a Group 1 from them.
About coming here to Ascot, learning about the track, do you go out and walk it? What do you sort of do? How do you prepare? Yeah, look, first I've been to Perth once before. I've never ridden here, but beautiful place, great track, lovely people here, and I had a good walk down to probably the 700-800 there, where you can actually see the barriers from the 1200. It's a big long back straight with one turn, so beautiful track to ride on. Obviously I was afforded a good horse that turned up at his best today from a good draw, and it looked like it had mapped really well that I'd just follow Overpass. And I said to him, if we're good enough we can challenge, if not and Overpass is too good, well so be it. But
yeah, he really impressed me today with his efforts.
Defeated in WA, well done.
Yeah, thank you. It might be, I think they said we get into the quokka now, so I might be back.
Congratulations, mate, well done.
Thank you, cheers.
There's Jamie Mott. What a performance from him, Annabelle and Rob Archibald and the rest of the Archibald team. They combined for Group 1 success with the 5-year-old Entire in Libertad to take out this year's edition of the Winterbottom Stakes.